seems together.
And this is a place where I can finally call home.
I think Pikesville is pretty much the melting pot of Baltimore County.
There's a lot of students, a lot of friendly people.
All different cultures and individuals with different personalities around you. That's what Pikesville is. Colorful and diverse. Everybody's individual.
To me, pride, honor, success is more than just those saying we have at school. Pride is truly a good thing that anyone can have for themselves. And with so follows honor and success. The three are connected in a way that really, that people once...
It really defines Pikesville.
Well, like you won't understand it until you actually go through it.
I think it really revolves for the cycle, like you care and you put a lot of pride into what you do and you honor whatever you do, and then like success can come. It's kind of like a cycle or like a constant intertwined like web.
Wow, when I hear the phrase pride, honor, and success, I just automatically think about like my senior year and how we walk in here, and that's like the first thing we hear about the first week of school. And then like it also brings up Miss Reid and how she wants success for each and every single one of her Pikesville students. So basically I just think about like my future and what I want to do.
Pride, honor, success means to me that I should have pride with who I am and what I do. I feel honored that I have the opportunity, and I want to be successful with anything I try to accomplish.
Well, they are the words that represent what this school is all about, and they are what I think every student at the school should aspire to represent themselves as parts of the school.
Pride, honor, success. Those are three very unavoidable words here at Pikesville. But to the students that walk these halls every day, they carry with them more than just syllables. They carry meaning. With over 800 students here at Pikesville, it's no surprise that Pikesville has quite the reputation for being diverse. Here's what students had to say about diversity at Pikesville.
Like, now that I'm like noticing it more, I'm like, wow, you know, this is crazy because white people are not the entire world. There are a lot of other people, shapes, colors, sizes, whatever. And I mean, diversity is just not one person. And you can be diverse culturally, ethnically, ethnically and ethically. Your sexuality can be diverse. The way you think can be diverse. It's very broad, and you should have diversity, because if everyone's just one thing, it's boring.
We have many different races and religions all thrown together in these purple walls.
I think actually that's one of the things I really liked about our school and Pikesville Middle, is that it's probably one of the most diverse public schools in the area. Not just, I mean, obviously racially, but also economically and ideologically. And I really like that there's so many different types of kids here, and they all have different opinions and different backgrounds and different stories, and it's really humbling coming from my perspective, because you never know, what somebody's story is. And I really like that. It gives you a lot of experience with real life in the real world. And I think it sets you up for a future in ways other schools that are sort of homogenous don't, which is cool.
See, I guess it's understanding the differences in people. It can be their perspective on one thing, it can be their appearance, it can be their personality, their actions.
There's enough like Asians, there's the African Americans, and then there are the Caucasians. So it's like we're all mixed, and it's great.
It was a lot of cool people. You know, I got along with a couple people. You know, it's high school, so you know you're not gonna get along with everybody. But you know, I got along with the right people, and yeah, I guess it was a good impression.
I was very sheltered, and coming to Pikesville just broadened my horizon.
I thought it was a whole new world. Like coming from middle school, I was scared. I was like, where am I? What is this? What am I supposed to do? Yep, it was a whole new world.
I really liked it, honestly. I thought it was a great school when I got here. There's a lot of students, a lot of friendly people, a lot more than I thought there'd be.
As of next year, Pikesville will officially be a lighthouse school of Baltimore County. That means that students will have electronic devices amongst other things. Here's what students had to say about Pikesville becoming a lighthouse school.
The tablets, it's a good idea, but like considering that most of the kids here don't even take care of their phones the way they should, what makes you think they're gonna take care of a tablet the way they should?
I was a little surprised at first, but once I learned more about it, I thought, yeah, we are improving. We've definitely improved a lot since last year. So that the fact that we're being recognized for it is very nice.
I think it's amazing. I think it can only open more doors for Pikesville, and it's just something that will bring bigger and better things for Pikesville and Pikesville students and the teachers in it.
Over the past few years, Pikesville has experienced a change in administration, and with that change came changes to the school and policies. Some of those policies have sparked controversy amongst students. Here are two of those policy changes. The first revolves around a system of handling tense social situations, specifically fights. Now, that method replaces suspension with counseling and isolation. It's called restorative justice. And here's what students had to say.
They don't do enough to stop fighting. So if a student gets in a fight, they don't get anything out of it. They're not gonna be punished for it. So what's gonna stop them from doing it again?
I think that's useful. I think they should be in school learning. I don't know if they're really taking what they're doing to heart. I think they're gonna act the way they're gonna act, and honestly, that's just the way it is, because they're immature. I think once they're older, they'll understand, but right now, it's not getting through to them.
Well, I think we have to make balance between suspension and having conversation with kids. We definitely need to communicate with kids, because when kids fight, they're angry, they're mad, there's some kind of cause that makes them fight. And if we just like put them on the side, put them away from education, put them away from what they can like learn and succeed from, I don't think that's a good idea. I think that's causing bigger problem when it, like, not even from our school, but when it comes to like city schools or like schools who that are in other side of country that are not that developed, I would say, it's just causing bigger problems in the future. So I guess having conversation with kids to understand how they act in certain ways is better for us to minimize the similar actions in the future.
I think it is semi-effective. Some kids, they find not getting suspended, they think that that method of a lesser punishment means that what they're doing isn't as bad because they're not getting such a harsh punishment for it. But then for other kids, if they want to listen and they want to do, like, act better, then it can be beneficial.
This next issue certainly has caused an uproar within the student body. It revolves around the bathrooms during third period specifically. They are locked, and this is during the lunch periods, so the students are angry, but don't take it from me. Here's what they had to say about it.
I had a friend who was sick one day and she asked to go to the bathroom and the teacher gave her a pass, but it was during third period and she tried to go to the bathroom that was closest, which was right across the hall, and it was locked, and by the time that she went to the bathroom, the only bathroom that's open, she threw up on the floor and was extremely embarrassed in front of the whole school. And so I think that that's just one of the many reasons why it's ridiculous to keep them closed.
I feel that for the majority of people who want to use the bathrooms during third period, they're doing it, they get a pass from class, or they're doing it on their way to lunch, and there's only a very small number of people who abuse this. And I think that locking the bathrooms, puts people in an emergency in a very uncomfortable situation, and it's also just overall, it makes you need to time your bathrooms, and that's just not what you need to do during school.
As a woman, I hate it because sometimes I have to go to the bathroom and I can't, and I feel like that's really unfair, and they're making it seem like the reason they're doing it is because people were loitering in the bathroom only during third period, but that's illogical. People loiter all the time. It's not the majority's fault that the minority was being foolish.
It's a terrible idea. It's a health violation. It's a fire code violation, so it should be done.
I mean, what? I'm sorry, sue me, but I might really have to pee. And you know what that does is it forces kids to walk halfway across the building because teachers don't want to hear it. So they sign the passes anyway and send kids halfway across the building. And then they end up down here for 20 minutes, skipping learning time, not getting educated, in the most disgusting bathrooms in the entire school. And those bathrooms are like a health hazard. I'm not kidding. The flushes don't work half the time, and they're absolutely just putrid. I'm not even going to begin to describe what that bathroom is like. So for a whole host of reasons, I think it's a highly annoying policy.
Pikesville has a rich history that spans more than 50 years, witnessing everything from the very first Super Bowl to the invention of the smartphone. However, Pikesville has maintained its place as a pillar of quality education here in the Pikesville community, as well as in the country, as it was named one of Newsweek's top 100 high schools in the country in 2005. And now that Pikesville is finishing up its $40 million renovations, as well as becoming a Lighthouse School next year, and not to mention the fact that our principal, Miss Reid, has just been named Principal of the Year, prospects for this school are certainly looking up. So I asked students, where do you see Pikesville in 4 years? Here's what they had to say.
Where do I see Pikesville in 4 years? Well, now that we're a Lighthouse School, I see Pikesville as I don't know. I have pretty high expectations for Pikesville. I mean, I feel like some of the best students came out of Pikesville, so I see the school getting a whole lot more recognition from everyone, and I see parents wanting their kids to come to Pikesville, and I see less fights for Pikesville, less the whole bathroom stuff, less of that, And I just see Pikesville as a good, safe, welcoming school.
I think it's improving. We just got the lighthouse recognition, so that shows that we're improving. So
Honestly, I don't know. It all depends on what changes are made with the administration, what changes either the new administration makes or the old one makes.
Well, hopefully the whole building will be finished. Maybe it'll be a little bit more colorful around the walls. There'll be more opportunities, clubs. I hope education rates improve. People show up to class.
Future. I see us looking exactly the same, except everyone walking with a laptop in their arms.
I feel like in 4 years, a lot of things would have changed. I feel like the people behind this are already in the society. They're already replaced by new freshmen, new sophomores, new juniors, and new seniors that I never met. And I feel like a lot of teachers might have gotten to different schools or found another job and leave. And I feel like since the school got bigger, I feel like there will be more kids coming in. I can't assume what Pikesville High School would look like in 4 years. I would still think it will be a fancier, newer school than now. But I hope Pikesville High School in 4 years still have the community that I interact with, still have the love that I received, still have the support from the class, from the teachers, from the classmates, and still have the motivations and the passion for their own dream.
Oh hey, I didn't see you there. Thank you for watching the documentary. I hope you enjoyed it. This is the end of the documentary. Please enjoy the credits.
Thank you.